Our guest today is one of the leading personalities in the Dynamics community within the Czech Republic. Jaro is a motivational speaker, a Microsoft certified trainer, and a digital transformation advocate. He's a two-time MVP awardee, and I'm sure we'll have more MVP years going forward. For full show notes, visit nz365guy.com/84. Now, on with the show. Jaro, welcome to the MVP show.
Hi, Mark. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
So good to have you on the show. Now, I'm using the abbreviation of your name. How do you actually say your name yourself?
It's Jaro or Jaromir, the full version.
Mm-hmm. And your last name?
Sponar.
Okay. And so where are you from? Where did you originate?
My origins are in Slovakia, but I have moved to Czech Republic, specifically to Prague, like 5 years ago.
Okay. Now that's interesting to me. I'll tell you a couple of reasons why it's interesting to me. One, I want to go to Slovakia, and there's two other countries with similar names up that way, isn't there? What are their names?
Yeah, that's Slovenia, but that's more on the south of the Europe.
Okay.
So a lot of people are confused by Slovakia and Slovenia, yeah.
And isn't there a third one as well?
No, previously, like 7 years ago, there was Czechoslovakia, but we quietly split. So there are two countries now.
Now I'm onto it. Excellent. And so you're in the Czech Republic now?
Yes, I'm based in Prague.
Okay. Well, I was in Prague, I think December when I was up there. I didn't even know you were based there. I could have hooked up for a drink with you.
Well, we can do it next time.
Yeah, and there will be a next time because I love Prague. In fact, I might even have a job up in Prague in April, potentially working on a project.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful city. The temperature is increasing now, so we have lovely 10 degrees, actually 50 in Fahrenheit. So it's going better and better.
Nice. So tell me a bit about Slovakia. How long ago did you move, and kind of what are the fond memories of that country that you have?
Well, I had a lot of fun memories there. As I mentioned previously, I've moved from Slovakia 5 years ago. Previously, I was working for AT&T because there is a big base of this company there. And that's basically the first time when I touched CRM and everything, the Microsoft ecosystem.
Wow. Okay. So how did you actually journey into starting to get into CRM? Like, were you just put on a project, or how did it come about?
To be more specific, actually, as a CRM, as a methodology, I touched that topic at the university, where I wrote the thesis as a bachelor. And then I was working as a data quality specialist at AT&T. So we were using some proprietary system of AT&T. But when it comes to Microsoft, it was those 5 years ago. I recall that name or that day when Satya Nadella came on the stage and he announced Dynamics 365. So the good thing is that I knew nothing about the old Microsoft CRM world, and I started from the scratch. So everything was new and everything was nice and shiny.
Excellent. And so you've been working with Dynamics for the last 5 years now. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Wow. And so are you also a Microsoft certified trainer?
Yes, I have the certification as a trainer. Hopefully this Friday I will have the Microsoft certification as an expert for Dynamics. So I'm missing the last certification that I hope I will pass, and I will have the full scope of the certifications.
Excellent. And so do you get to do much training in your roles?
Well, I'm not focusing on the trainings. My official role is as a business consultant because of what I learned specifically for this market. People used to something like Office 365 only a few years ago, and they know nothing about Dynamics 365. They heard the name or the brand, but they still live in that old world where CRM and ERP were two systems. So my role is to talk to C-suite people, to the managers, and to help them to translate the technological language into something business and meaningful for them, how to achieve their business.
What's the main type of activities you tend to do from a user group perspective?
From the user group perspective, I'm trying to write some articles in the local language. The good thing is that in Czech Republic and in Slovakia, we are using two languages, but they're very similar, like US and UK English. So I'm using that advantage. So I'm mostly utilizing LinkedIn for that. And last year, I believe in October, it was the first meetup. I joined with another two guys. One is focused more on the office side, and the third guy is focused directly on the Microsoft Power Platform. So with me focusing on the Dynamics business applications, we have created very nice group, or the core of the meetup, and we are meeting every second Thursday each month.
And that's in Prague?
Yeah, that's for now it's in Prague, but we are in discussions for the other two places. So we want to have it as well in Brno, which is the second biggest city here in Czech Republic, and as well in Bratislava, which is the capital city of Slovakia.
Ah, okay. Excellent. Wow, you're doing amazing work up there, obviously, in the community.
Well, currently we have reached 62 people, and my personal goal is to have like 300 people in the community until end of this year. So hopefully I will.
That's fantastic. You know what? I'm just tagging you in the photo that I was when I was in Prague, because I one of the things that I put out on the website was, sorry, on Instagram, is I said, is there a Dynamics 365 community in Prague? And I did it. I took one of the photos I'd taken, from the old bridge over the river up towards the castle and stuff. And so I just tagged you in it just now. So you can you're obviously answering that question for me. Look at that. I put when was it up there? I don't even know if it's got the date on. January the 19th is when I was up there by the looks. It was this year. Heck, it's more recent than I remember. It is fantastic. So okay, so you're saying there's an office guy, there's a power platform guy or power apps guy, and then you're on the dynamic side. Have you yourself started getting into the power platform side of things much?
Well, yes and no. Probably what's specifically with me is that I'm not the techie guy. I like to say that I have no idea how it works in the background. So I'm I'm talking as well about the Power Platform and about the possibilities how to easily create some new business applications for the companies. But for the technical things, I have those other two guys, to talk about.
So, in your day-to-day job, what type of activities are you commonly doing then with Dynamics?
Mostly, my colleagues are discussing with me, the options how to do it from the business point of view. We are discussing licensing and the dependencies, how how tough it can be when it comes to the licensing of Dynamics. So I'm mostly having these type of conversations internally. But what I didn't mention previously is that I have as well a second role in the company I'm working for, and I'm responsible, or I'm an advisor on the European level to help my company to have better relationship with Microsoft on a European and global level.
Excellent, excellent. That's so good. That's so good. So tell me a bit about how big is the market in your eyes, just in what you know, in the Czech Republic for like how many installations, just at a guess, are companies using Dynamics up there? Is it quite a popular product, or is the penetration in the market low at the moment? What's your thoughts?
Well, when I talk to local Microsoft guy, they will say that the numbers are low. Very next to Czech Republic, we have Germany, and German market is huge. So when I compare with Germany, we are very small. On the other hand, when I was talking to CEE people from Microsoft, Czech Republic and I believe Hungary are very strong in this region. I think that Czech Republic is number two in their numbers. So the market is increasing. There is a lot of local competitions. especially when it comes to ERP systems. But when it comes to CRM systems, I believe that Dynamics is number one here.
Wow. Okay, that's so good. That's so good. And so, what typical data center do you use for hosting your environments in from Microsoft?
Cloud only. I love to say that on-premise is dead. The only way is to have hybrid and cloud. So
Do you know which specific data center you would be using most, as in for the Czech Republic type deployments? Is it like there's which region of Microsoft's data center do you know that you're in?
yeah, definitely. One is in Ireland, in Dublin, and the second one is in Amsterdam.
Yeah, yep. So the EMEA data center. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Wow. Okay, so let's say I return to Czech Republic and particularly Prague. What are your recommendations for places I've got to go and see or things I've got to do?
Definitely downtown and the Charles Bridge. I believe that the picture you mentioned was taken on the Charles Bridge because there is a nice view to the castle.
That's exactly, yeah, I've done that area. Yeah, it was very nice.
And definitely you have to try Czech beer. I heard that it's the best in the world.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Okay, I'll definitely spent a few late nights out because I went to a few there's a Hemingway bar. I don't know if you've heard of that bar, Hemingway. And it's in the old city and that wow, some amazing cocktails.
Yeah, during the nights, when the lights, the city lights are on, there's a beautiful view on a castle.
Yeah, I bet. Well, okay, so that's cool. I'll definitely keep those places in mind, and I'll let you know when I'm coming up next, because it'd be good to catch up. But I know that I'll see you at Summit, of course, which this podcast will be going out after Summit. But so by that time, I would have had a chance to meet you in person, I hope.
Definitely, I'm looking forward.
So, what's on you're just saying you're completing exams at the moment. What other kind of areas do you want to learn this year? What are kind of focus technology areas that you're focused on for the rest of 2019?
I came from the area of CRM, so I'm still trying to somehow deep dive into the ERP side.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But it's quite complicated topic when it comes to the technology. Even from the business point of view, it's quite complicated. So I'm trying to understand it as a whole platform, as a one dynamics basically. And when I talk to the business users, I'm not even mentioning the products because for me it doesn't matter if you run it in Excel or in some huge ERP. I'm always saying to the customers, look, like the second biggest company in the world that is selling tulips in Holland is running on Excel.
Wow.
So why not you?
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, so it depends what they want to achieve. Some companies are focusing on decreasing the costs. Some of them think or they feel that they are not very flexible and they need to do something with that. So it's mostly about the business discussion, and then we go to the technological part, like how to achieve that.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent. So how did you come to be awarded as an MVP? Kind of, do you know what the how who nominated you and at that time?
It was funny. I was preparing the time for some kind of exam for certification, and I met another MVP guy here in Prague. We had training together, and that was the first time when I heard the acronym MVP. I was like, "What's that?" So I checked Google, I checked the requirements, and that time I was presenting quite a lot to the customers outside of my normal business. So I was like, why not to try it? Yeah. Then I had a few discussions with the local Microsoft guys because they know me. So I received some recommendations, and I received the welcome letter a few weeks ago, a few weeks after that.
Yeah. Wow, man, were you excited?
Yeah, I was very excited. I was like, what does it mean for me? So the past year, I spent to talk with other MVPs from different categories, like what they do, how they do, and it took me quite long to establish that Power Platform user group because from my point of view, the business applications they are very very different as I said, it's not about the technology. So I'm also trying to have the business discussions on the meetups. I'm always saying that technology alone is not enough. So if you don't understand from the business point of view, you don't understand from technical point of view. So that's what I'm focusing on.
That's good. That's good. So what's been the biggest value that you've seen? Because you've been an MVP for 2 years, coming up 3 years now, is it?
Yeah, it's coming to the third year.
Yeah. So what's been the biggest value for you?
Biggest value I would say is to be able to talk to the product team. Like I love to give a feedback to the product team. Last time it was, I think it was published now, the new Forms Pro. Yeah, it's in the licensing guide, so we can talk about it. So yeah, so I was providing some feedback to the product team. I was excited about the product. Uh, Previously, I was providing some feedback for Microsoft Talent, which is again the very nice product, and that's the biggest value, I think, that I can enter the process, and I can help the product team to bring more value to the market, because I'm talking to the customers, so I understand those pains, and it's good that I can bring it directly to the product team.
Yeah, yeah, so good. So what are the things that you like? Have you used Voice of the Customer?
Yes, I had that opportunity. I will put that way.
Okay, so tell me that this is what I want to drill into you. What are your thoughts then on Forms Pro as opposed to Voice of the Customer?
I think that the difference is like between Android and iPhone. You know, like in the voice of the customer, you can set up basically anything as you like, but you have to be a techie. Uh, it, I don't think that that product was very user friendly for the business users. And when I checked first time Microsoft Forms Pro, it's completely different world. Like you don't have to think about how to build it. You think about what you want to achieve, and that's very big difference for me.
That's brilliant feedback because I think as well Forms Pro is amazing step forward from that whole surveying type function. It's so easy to use. It's a great product. Do you know if they're going to have a migration path between Voice of the Customer and Forms Pro?
I heard about something, but I'm not sure if we can talk about it here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the release notes, isn't it? I thought I saw something in the release notes about it.
Yeah, there is something. I don't believe that they mentioned that it will be like discontinued. So I'm not sure about the real transition path. I know that the new customers will have the opportunity to use Forms Pro only.
It's good progress. Any other kind of major things that you've seen in what's coming out in April that you're excited about?
Dual write for CDS, so to have the ability to see the records directly when you enter them into CRM or the ERP part. I think it's very huge because from my experience, the integration costs when it comes to the implementation are about 70 to 80% of the total costs. Yeah, that's for a different discussion. But anyway, when we have now the CDS and full end-to-end process from lead to cash, it's even giving bigger opportunities for the customers to use it, because if you combine it with something like the Power Apps, I see huge potential here.
Alrighty, we've our time's almost up. I want to just jump into some quick fire questions to end with.
Mhm.
So, what's the best purchase you've made under $100?
The best purchase?
Under €100 in your case, yeah.
Wow, AirPods. I'm not sure about the
AirPods,
price.
AirPods.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. What techie stuff are you into outside of your job?
I should not say that, but I'm Apple fanboy, so I'm I'm
You're a
focused on
what
the Apple
fanboy?
hardware. Apple.
Sorry, Apple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm using all the Microsoft technology on Apple devices.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% the same. 100% the same. Except for not for the headphones. I tend to go fund a range of Kickstarter campaigns to get better headphones that are Bluetooth and wireless. So, but that's interesting. So Apple, you're an Apple fanboy. Okay. So what's last question before we get into just closing out here. Kind of what motivates you to keep engaging with the community?
I think the answer would be the change on the market. I think that the market can be way faster if they know about the new things, and they don't have a lot of opportunities to learn about it. So my motivation is that because of the work that I do with the community, for the community, we can increase the speed of the transformation.
Awesome. Jaro, it's been a pleasure to chat with you. Looking forward to meeting you in person shortly. If people want to connect with you online, where can they find you?
Definitely on the LinkedIn. I have as well my Instagram as an MVP and some Twitter. So you can reach me out. I have the handlers in every single social network.
Hey, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have plans of joining the MVP program or you have questions about it, please feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn or the contact form on my website. Also, we are now on the second week of my 90-day mentoring challenge. If you're interested in the next cycle of the program, simply stay tuned for future announcements. For full show notes, visit nz365guy.com/84. See you next time.